Is your mom in the living room sitting on the couch listening to you hit a fat ree in your bedroom? Is your girlfriend tired of you sitting at your computer day in and day out playing Rust? Well, you can get them some nice presents to make up for that from altaakira.com and use code DRIZZA for 10% off any order after checkout. Welcome to this base build. The build cost and upkeep are on the screen. If you're new here, please subscribe, would appreciate that. We got a lot of cool things coming up in the future. If you are interested in joining our Zerg, we are accepting recruits until April 4th, and then we're changing the way that we recruit. We will be doing events, which will be determined by my subscribers on my community tab with polls that I hold once in a while. So be sure to check out all of these things. Links are in the description. Subscribe for more to come, and let's get to the build. The foundation for this base is relatively simple. We'll be starting off with a square for our airlock, followed by a hexagon of triangles with a triangle in the triangle closest to the square, and then 2 more squares with 3 triangles off of that. Did you catch all that? If you didn't, here's a little aerial view of what it looks like. The square on the top left is our airlock. I recommend building a starter base of some sorts before you begin building this base. If you're a solo or a duo, I would recommend Evil Worst's 2x1 or 2x2. We're going to create a double airlock right here, and then use some sort of windows or shop fronts to see outside, so we have some door camper protection. We will place this door facing inward, this door facing outward, and this door facing outward, and then we'll have a double airlock. And if anyone does somehow get through a double airlock, we'll have some shotgun traps over on the right over here that will protect us. Just make sure you place them correctly so that the angles are facing the tightest corner possible. We'll place them in a minute, but our TC is going to go down over here, and we'll put some ceilings down. If you do have shotgun traps right away when you're building this, be sure you get the full shell down first before you worry about anything other than your front doors and your TC. So over here will be the drop off slash people going deep in our base protection area. Make sure this shotgun trap has the tightest angle possible, and then you can hide it with a large box. Use something like a small box to place the chest on the top if you're not too good at jumping and placing items. And then we'll place another shotgun trap right here. This shotgun trap will be our first airlock protection. If anyone decides to jump in over here, they will get stuck over here, or they'll have to shoot out that, and then they'll face this next shotgun trap if they break a door and try to raid you. Our TC will go behind a single sheet metal door, and then we'll also have another door frame over here that is stone. You could upgrade this to sheet metal if you wanted to, but we are placing a locker in front of it to hide it. I would put the door frame down first, and then I like to stick the locker out a little bit so you can access it and see it through the garage door. If a raider sees this, they might not be tempted to break the garage door, and your TC will be safe over here, making them raid the rest of your base before coming back to this. You can fit a small box in here if you want, and place the garage door facing inward. We'll have another wall right here and another wall right here. I put this wall backwards though. Make sure you put it the right way so that we can fit boxes in there later. If you would rather have 4 furnaces instead of 3, you can substitute them for that box right there, and we'll be able to fit 4 furnaces over in the front area. Our bags will go over here. If you're a duo, place your bag anywhere really, because you'll probably have to pick it up later. I would recommend putting it in the airlock if you're building this base the way that I am. We'll place down some garage doors. You really don't want to put a garage door right here because people could just break 2 at once, and it's kind of pointless to spend gears on that. So I would just leave it out. Now we're going to put boxes down, as Evil Worst has showed in many of his builds. We're just going to throw 4 boxes down here. It's quite difficult to place them. Just make sure you get that front corner facing the right angle. Push it up against the wall, pull it back, and make sure it's straight. So you'll see this box that I'm standing on. I could have put the top right corner in a little bit more, and that's what was preventing me. So make sure you get that corner in there nice and tight, and then it's pretty easy to get the rest in there after you get the first couple down. We're going to put a garage door right here, so we'll put a double door frame. Over here will be another loot room, which we will use triangles on the side to place a triangle over here so that the stability holds it up. And then we'll place two more large boxes up on the top over here. Try to get these boxes as tight as possible because we will be placing some shotgun traps up on the top if you want. Otherwise, just throw them down if you're not worried about the shotgun traps being put in the right spot. We'll place 2 down here so that anyone raiding the door from the front will get blasted. And then we'll place 1 over here in a tight angle. If anyone's shooting from the side and they run up, they'll get hit by this one. And then we'll place 1 that's very obvious so that people shoot it out and then think that there might not be another one behind it if they're coming from this angle. Your workbench will go over here, and then to the left of it is where your research bench will go. If your bag is in the way, just pick it up and place it back down. If you put a box in here, make sure it's out of the way so that you can run through here without getting stuck on it. We'll build the loot room over here. Just put a bunch of boxes down. I show the most optimal way. So right here, we utilize auto crouch by placing the box further in so that we can just jump straight in there in one nice little push of the button. Instead of having to jump a million times, you just have to hit Shift W space and you should get in there pretty easily. Also, I do not put code locks on anything in my builds, but do realize I expect you to put code locks on everything unless you're a super large clan. So make sure you're placing your boxes correctly with the black bar facing the right side. And then make sure you're putting a code lock on before you're putting your next box down so you can get a code lock on everything. This just makes it a bitch for raiders to have to break all of these boxes. Next, we'll work on the honeycomb on the outside, which is where most of our stone will go to. As you can see on a previous version of this, we're going to half height wall honeycomb the roof, and then we're going to place down stone honeycomb triangles in necessary locations. It is easy to expand the honeycomb on this base if you want, and continue adding more doors if you do get a lot of resources to do so. And it will increase the raid cost of this base from about 1,000 explosive ammo to however many more doors you place down. As you can see here, these don't really go anywhere too special, so you don't need honeycomb there, but you could place some if you wanted to, but it also limits your vision as well from door campers, which is why we don't place it there, because it's kind of unnecessary. You can reach this entire ceiling from the inside of your base, so if you want to upgrade it to armored after you put the stone honeycomb on the roof, you can do so, but I would recommend making your ceiling armored just in case anybody decides to come through the roof. They're going to blow through stone, see that it's armored, then decide to go through the door after wasting explosives on the ceiling. And I would also recommend filling in everything to prevent rocket raiders from breaking into multiple loot rooms at once for a cheaper cost. And that is the entirety of the base. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, helps me out a lot. Leave a comment for things you want to see in the future, or if you just want to let me know something. Join the Discord if you want to become a part of the Zerg. We've got over 100 members so far, and we're going to be doing events for videos and playing Rust in general, taking out clans. Thank you for watching the video. Check out my links if you're interested in that, and I'll catch you next time.